Greetings internet and happy Sunday. This is another uni related video. I know that I said that I'm sort of changing the channel up a little bit, but I'm making another university video. I'm still kind of, in my head, I'm still kind of like reworking the channel a little bit, and I haven't really done much of writing it down, which is something that I need to do to sort of pour out all the ideas at once. So this is another uni related video. Sorry if that was not what you were expecting this video to be. The topic of today's video, I'm going to talk about why I chose to live away from university. Live away from university, live away from home for university. I'm going to talk about that today because I don't think I've really touched on it. I've touched on the actual moving process, but I've not touched on why I decided that I wanted to move away from home. I think I kind of always knew that I wanted to be away from home when I went to university. I kind of saw it as the beginning of my independent grown-up life, even though I still feel like I'm quite dependent on my parents. I still knew that I wanted to be away from home. You know, when you sort of like, you're in the same surroundings for such a long time, and once it gets to the point where you can make a choice if you want to stay in that, like, stay in those surroundings or not, I just decided that I didn't want to stay. I decided I wanted to move out and move to university. I think because university was always promoted as such a big thing and such like an adult step, like a step into adult life, I saw it as the best opportunity to make that move and move away from home. I'm not saying it's not difficult, it comes with its ups and downs, definitely. But I love sort of living for myself, if that makes sense. Like, I'm living my life, I'm living how I want to live my life. And it's obviously nice to go home and have like my parents physically there to speak to and to like kind of organise what we do over a weekend, because if I'm going home for a weekend it's because we have something going on. It's not just because I haven't been home for however long, because usually I'm not away from home that long. I just had a message, I'm sorry. I need to actually mute the notifications on my phone when I'm doing these videos. But anyway, I'm going to carry on. I've kind of lost my train of thought as well. Going home for weekends. I've definitely found that I go home quite a lot. I probably go home more than what's healthy for me. But I like the fact that I can, and I like the fact that on a Monday morning when I leave again, I can sort of get back to, I don't know, living for myself, like I said earlier, living for myself, like cooking for myself, cleaning for myself, doing everything for myself. That's something that I've never really done before, but the prospect of doing that, like before I moved here, it was such a big thing, and it was something that I was really, really excited for. And now that I've like been living for myself for like almost 5 months now, I guess, I think it's 5 months since we've been at uni, I feel like it's almost second nature now. Like, I can cook for myself without even a second thought. Like, the first few nights at uni, I was like, oh, okay, like, I get to cook myself. What am I going to cook tonight? What am I going to do now? What am I going to, like, buy myself? I'm going to go food shopping to actually buy food for myself. And that was a very, very strange concept. But now that I do it all the time, it's become second nature. Definitely become second nature. I don't know, it's kind of a weird thought, but a nice one, because it, like, living away from home is something I've always sort of enjoyed. Going on holidays and stuff, or going away with friends, like on guide camp, or when I went away with my friends last year. And the fact, right, so when I went away with my friends last year, I drove. Like, that was the first big long distance journey that I'd ever done, and it was such a big thing for me. Like, I really, really felt like an adult, and I think that's what really made me excited about living away from home as well. And yeah, it does come with its ups and downs. There are days where I'm like, I actually just want to be at home right now. Like, I just want to be sat on my sofa. I want, like, one of my mum and dad's roast dinners, I just sort of want to sit and not be here. But that happens like very, very rarely. It's very rare that I have a bad day and I'm just like, I can't, I just need to like lie down. I very rarely have days like that. Something to occupy my time. And during the week, I'm in uni like 3 days a week, and then I've always got stuff to do on my days off. And half the time, like most Mondays, I spend half the day travelling back here, so it never feels like I'm actually away for that long. And when I do have like a spare Monday or a whole weekend to myself, it's like I don't know what to do with myself in a way, because I never really plan for weekends. I always plan because I'm going home or I'm doing something. I don't know, it's strange. It's very strange. It's nice to have a weekend sort of to myself up here, because I like to lay around and do absolutely nothing. The 2 weekends that I've been here in the past 4 weeks, I've been up here for like 2 weekends, and both of those Sundays I've woken up at like 11:30 and then not actually got out of bed until I wanted to make dinner, and then gone straight back to bed again. And I've had no regrets doing that. But then, whereas if I was at home, I'd be up at 10, I'd be having breakfast, we'd be going out and like going for a walk, and then we'd come back and like we'd have roast dinner, then we'd watch a film. So it's quite full on when I go home, and I quite like that I have this space. So yeah, that's kind of why I like living away from home, the fact that I can have my own space. Because whenever, like, my room at home is like the loft room, so it's quite private, and like it's got stairs up to my room, so it's quite a private room anyway, and I kind of like the fact that it's my own space and a private space that no one really goes up to. Like, no one really comes in my room unless I have my door open with the doorstop, and no one really comes into my room when I'm at home. That might be because they always think it's a mess, but I always kind of think that it's because it's my personal space. So yeah, I quite like having my personal space. I do have friends that don't live very far away from home, and I have friends that are studying, like they're commuting, they're going into London like every day and coming back home every day. And that was just their choice. I'm not judging them for their choice if they wanted to be closer to home. I know like one of my friends is actually closer to some of her family, so she's able to go and visit them a lot more than she would have done, than she was able to, which is obviously perfect for her. But yeah, I don't know. I can't really gain any thought. I don't really have an opinion on people that live close to home, like live closer to home or live at home whilst they're at uni, because it's their own decision, and I feel like it's not my business to be saying, oh no, you should live away from home. But yeah, I think that's kind of all I have to say about it. I love living away from home. I know that sounds horrible, but I love my parents, and they know that I love them back, and I know that they love me in return. But I like being independent. I've always been an independent person, so I like being independent. I like the fact that I can cook for myself, that I can clean, and I can like just do everything for myself. Like even shopping for myself, I enjoy doing. Like I like planning what I'm going to be eating. And I think that kind of all just comes with the uni experience. Like when thinking about uni, not all of my thought process was about the course. A lot of my thought process was about, am I actually going to be happy where I'm living, or could I see myself living there, which I know I've mentioned before is definitely something that you need to think about. Are you actually going to see yourself living here? Do you know that you're like going to be happy or feel comfortable living where you are? So yeah, I like living away from home. That's a revelation. That's something to admit. I don't know if my mum and dad will like that, but I quite like the fact that I've said it. Yeah, I quite enjoy living away from home. And I love seeing them, don't get me wrong. But yeah, I like my space. I like the fact that I have this place to call my own. Yeah. I'm going to end this video here. I filmed like another video before this for today, but I just didn't like it. I was talking about friendships, but I feel like I want to talk about that when I have like my friends around me. Like I want to put the camera in front of me and my friends and then just talk about our friendship. So I think that's going to be a video that comes up probably during Easter when I'm with them. But yeah, Wednesday, I've been been filming bits and bobs of me going through everyday life, I guess. Like during the week, so it's going to be like a week in the life of me. I'm going home. I am at home currently this weekend, so I've sort of filmed my journey and my weekend home and stuff as well. So it's kind of just like a general vlog. It's not really got a purpose. It's just a week in the life of me, where in comparison to the last 2 weeks of like Walkabout Wednesdays, I've been talking about like, I've done my room tour and I've done my kitchen tour and stuff like that. So yeah, I kind of want to do more discussion-y videos. I know I said this last week, so if anyone has any topics that you'd specifically like me to talk about, or just any video ideas in general, because it's not that I'm running out of them, it's just that I don't know, sometimes I feel like I'm just posting what I want to post and what I want to talk about, and I feel like I want to make this channel accessible. I'm kind of re-looking on what I said last week. But if there's any topics you specifically want to know about university or specifically want me to talk about, then I will. So put it in the comments down below. I will see you on Wednesday. Have a lovely rest of your evening. Have a lovely rest of your week. And I will see you on Wednesday. Bye everyone.